In the Colonial Conference, top seed regular season champ James Madison, a favorite to end the heartbreak. In 3 years, Coach Lefty Driesell has been to the conference final twice, lost both times, and missed the tournament. All standing in the way of JMU in the 1993 NCAA, East Carolina, with its 12-16 record. So James Madison a favorite, but Lefty was down one at the break. In the second half, with the Dukes down a couple, it's Michael Venson with the layup, and the game was tied at 41 apiece. But the Pirates hang tough. Lester Lyons drains a three. The Pirate lead is 4, just over 30 seconds left. Ike Copeland to Curly Young. They beat the trap, and Lefty's feeling the heat. His team is down 3. Brian Edwards off the timeout for the tie. A rim shot that doesn't sound nice, and it's celebration time for the Pirates. Eddie Payne's club go into the dance, beating James Madison, the 7th seed in the conference, will go to the tournament for the first time in 21 years. You see their overall record against 1 seed Pepperdine. Dick Davies, the coach of Santa Clara, told Steve Nash, the freshman, to start shooting threes. They were down 6 at the break, and Nash went nuts. The freshman from Victoria, British Columbia, shot 35% from 3 for the season. He went nuts. 5 3-pointers in the half, 9 for 9 as a team from three-point line in the second half, and the Broncos are celebrating in Santa Clara. They have the trophy as West Coast Conference champions. They go by virtue of the 10-point win. It's a career high for the freshmen. This team has been on a tear, shooting 17 of 26 from the three-point line. Niagara in purple, and Niagara heats it up. Rob Robinson, the jam, and Niagara is up 10 and looking good, but Manhattan comes back off the miss. Carrie Edwards gets the rebound for the win. He was fouled on the way up. Both coaches react. Coaches who grew up on the same block in Brooklyn, Fran Fraschilla, and that's Jack Armstrong. Now it's Edwards at the line. He missed the first free throw, but he hits the second, a 1-point lead. Armstrong, youngest coach in Division I, diagrams the last play. Leitner did it with Duke. Syracuse did it this year. Oklahoma State did it this year, but Niagara couldn't pull off the prayer at the buzzer. And the Jaspers raise the banner as an NCAA team for the first time since 1958. Niagara missed its chance to go to the tournament. Beat Illinois State. Ashraf Amaya inside with the jam. That's Ashraf Amaya, and the Salukis are up 12 at the break. Illinois State gets within 6. Richard Thomas, the long 3, and Bob Bender, a protege of Coach K, likes it. Then Paul Lusk with the hot hand. Buries back-to-back jumpers. The Salukis up 17, in control. Chris Carr, the block on this end. Go to the other end, and who's going to get the follow jam? The guy who blocked it, Chris Carr. And Gary Miller's alma mater's going to the dance. The Salukis win by 11. First trip to the tournament since 1977, only the school's second.
Far from a sure thing for the NCAA tournament. They sure didn't improve their stock, though, against the Minutemen. Rhode Island coach Al Skinner had a look of disgust most of the game. Here's why. The man responsible is Lou Rowe, a monster on the boards. He had 9 rebounds. Then Rowe's hard work pays off. Rowe scored 16 points in the first half alone. But Rowe, as we find out, can run the court, too. He finishes off the break. Rowe was pumped up because he said the Rams were talking trash all week, and he wanted to get revenge against them. 24 points for Rowe, and John Calipari is ready for the finals. UMass wins this one 76-50. The Rams' worst defeat of the season, while UMass, a shoo-in for the NCAA tourney, they next defend their Atlantic 10 championship Thursday at home. Would it be against Temple or St. Joe's? No secret in this half. Eddie Jones the miss, but Aaron McKee gets the rebound, fakes a few, and gets the hoop. McKee scoring 12 of Temple's first 16 points. The game was tied at 18. Eddie Jones leading the Owls on an 18-0 run. John Griffith's team down 15 at the half, but St. Joe's would cut the lead to 6 in the second half. Not for long, though. The lead grew thanks to McKee nailing the turnaround. Then McKee the 3. McKee with 21. Temple wins 71-60. A special win for Temple coach John Chaney, number 250. Next up, UMass in the final. The win likely gets Temple with a harder schedule in the big dance, while St. Joe's, Rhode Island, and GW will have to sweat it out until Sunday. In Iowa City, Iowa, Northwestern in a sloppy game. Bartels to Charles Howell for the slam. Northwestern down by just 1. Tom Davis in shock that this game was so close, but Iowa recovered. Earl driving, he misses, but look at James Winters hustling inside and gets the bucket. Iowa had no problem with the inside game. That's what won it for them. The pass to Lookenbill. Iowa wins this, but only by 6 points, 56-50. Just 8 points for Iowa's leading scorer, A.C. Earl.
Top seed against Illinois Chicago in the semifinals. And look at the block by Mario Bailey. UIC playing good defense. Javon Hobbs saves it between his legs. More defense, you got it. Tremendous block into the stands by Reggie Welch, but UIC was up 13, and the steal by Kenny Williams takes it all the way, and the Flames fired up. They beat Cleveland State, shocked them, 96-68. Second straight year, UIC knocks the Vikings from the conference tourney. Cleveland State likely will not be a part of the field of 64. The other semi, 7-seed Valparaiso against 3-seed Wright State. That's Valpo's Casey Schmidt with the layup, and they were up 3. David Redmond inbounding for Valpo, but Andy Holderman with the steal gives it to Delmy Harriman, who scores for Wright State. Ralph Underhill is happy. His team is up 1. Still tied now, 62. Later on in the game, Holderman the outside, 4-3, and Wright State keeps the lead the rest of the way. Bill Edwards at 25 for Valpo. Valpo, I should say, missed their last 5 shots. Edwards had 25 for Wright State. Winning on its home court, they will host Illinois Chicago for the automatic bid. That's Tuesday on ESPN. North Atlantic semis, 13th ranked New Orleans against the 2-seed Western Kentucky. Irvin Johnson for UNO had 22. The Privateers led by 5, but Darnell Mee was the key. He hits the jumper, and it starts a rally in the second half. A comeback fueled by defense. Cephas Bunton says, see this. Get out of here, Renee Mason. And on the other end, off the miss, who's there for the slam? Bud Bunton for the putback, and the Hilltoppers lead by 2. More defense. Darren Horn off the steal, steps behind the stripe, and hits a 3. Western Kentucky up 10, and Ralph Willard's team wins the Sun Belt. It wouldn't be interesting, Willard, a protege of Rick Pitino, a former assistant of Pitino.
Up against the Wagner Seahawks, a team trying to reach the big dance for the very first time. Wagner alum Rich Kotite saw a super game. It was close. Seconds left. Wagner's Bobby Hobson missing from the line. Quincy Lewis with a big rebound. Gets it back to Hobson, and Hobson takes it from there for 2 of his 32. Wagner up by 1. 4 seconds to go. Rider coach Kevin Bannon planning his attack, and a last-minute shot. Rider, the inbounds now. The ball goes to Derek Suber, and Suber walks right in the drive, takes the shot, and he does it. Rider wins it, 65-64. Rider is in the NCAA tournament thanks to Mr. Suber. 33 points for him. He is Rider's all-time leading scorer, fulfilling his dream and sending Rider into the big show for the first time since 1984. At the same time, they keep Wagner from going for the first time ever. In the Mid-Continent Final, Wright State against Illinois Chicago first half. Wright State's Bill Edwards doing his stuff. He had 20 in the first half. Illinois Chicago hanging close. Cheryl Ford, nice move here. UIC still down by 5 though at the half. Second half, Kenny Williams and Bill Edwards on a collision course. Williams got the worst of it, but he returned and made his presence felt from 3-point range. Then Williams again making things interesting. Gets fouled here. It's a 4-point play. UIC cut it to just 3. But turnovers down the stretch cost Illinois, Chicago, and Wright State hangs on for the victory, 94-88. A moment here during the celebration, Chris McGuire of Wright State knocked unconscious. It looks worse than it really was. He was taken out on a stretcher, but he did suffer a back injury that was not serious, also bruises, but he will be fine. Bill Edwards making this victory happen for Wright, the Raiders' all-time leading scorer, finished with 38. He set an MCC tourney scoring record, and he puts Wright State into the NCAA tournament.
Last minute of regulation, Rennie Clemens driving and scoring to give Illinois a 2-point lead. He had 11 in the second half. Jalen Rose going baseline for the tie and gets it at 83 all. Illinois with a chance to win it in regulation. Watch Rose denying Andy Kaufman. No foul called. It's worth another look. Rose looks like he slaps him on the hand. They missed the call, so we go to overtime. In OT, Jalen Rose hustling on the boards, gets the hoop. He had 23. Game tied at 91 all, and then Jimmy King going to throw up the 3 from way out to give Michigan a 94-91 advantage. Then a 5-point Wolverine lead, but Richard Keene with a steal for the Illini. Pulls up, they need the 3. They get the 3. It's a 2-point Michigan lead. Jalen Rose at the free throw line hits a couple of key free throws, so it's a 98-94 Wolverine advantage under 6 seconds to play. Illinois got to go for 3 again. Richard Keene throws it up, a deep 3, and hits. It's a 1-point Michigan lead. Wolverines just need to run out the clock, but watch the pass stolen by Illinois. Watch the clock. The buzzer sounds as Keene gets the shot off that would have won it, but it does not go, and Illinois only had 4 men on the court at the time of that near 3-point. And Calbert Cheney, part of senior night. First half, Pat Graham, the shot misses. Cheney, rebound, loose ball. Indiana up by 13 midway in the first half. Damon Bailey, the high handoff to Greg Graham. It's a 26-point Hoosier lead at halftime, and that's why he's not happy. More Chaney here, driving on the baseline and getting the jumper to go. Then in the second half, Bailey the shot misses. Chaney the rebound. He goes over Mike Peplowski and scores it. He had 17. Graham driving for the reverse lay-in. Greg Graham with 32. And Chaney and Graham say goodbye for now with the Big Ten trophy, but we'll see more of them in the big dance. Stu Jackson having his team ready to go. First half, Michael Finley, the hot hand. He was all over the three-point circle. In fact, he nailed 4 3-pointers in a row. Despite his shooting, Badgers down by 3. It got worse. A.C. Earl loose for the two-handed jam. Hawkeyes by 14 at halftime. And then Earl with a turnaround hook. Tom Davis cheering AC on in the lane. The pump, the fake. He gets 2 more. 36 points. That's a career high for AC Earl. 11 of 13 from the floor. Also had 10 rebounds. Iowa goes to 10-7 in the Big Ten. 21-8 overall. In Columbus, Ohio, Minnesota and the Buckeyes, and Clem Haskins going to keep the coat on for a while, hoping for the upset. Opening tip, Derek Anderson flips it to Lawrence Funderburk, who was all alone. And the Buckeyes applying that pressure defense. Anderson with a swipe and drives to score it. Haskins starting to feel the heat. Keeps the coat on, though. Buckeyes up 10 at the break. Second half, Ricky Dudley, the dish to Funderburk, who had 14 points and 8 rebounds. And Minnesota's problems continuing. They did not shoot well. Vashawn Leonard to Randy Carter, and he misses the open slam dunk, and that's it. Haskins has had enough. Taken to the cleaners by Ohio State. Buckeyes with their 16th straight winning season. Ohio State still with flickering NCAA tournament hopes.
Malik Rose, the strong move over Spencer Dunkley. On the other end, Rose rejecting Dunkley inside. Dunkley, who hails from England, makes the adjustment. He scored 16. We're tied at half. Second half, Dunkley, the outlet, Kevin Blackhurst. The miss, but Anthony Wright does no wrong. Drexel hangs tough. Preston Pearson's son, Matt, going all the way, 2 of his 10. Time running out, Delaware by 2. Drexel with a shot, but Brian Holden lets his foot get in the way of a comeback. Hens hold on to win at 67-64. Kevin Blackhurst helped make it happen for the Hens. He had a big steal with 26 seconds left. He was named tournament MVP. Yes, off the steal, Bill Walker. The slam. Walker had 17 for Holy Cross. More Crusader defense. No famine for Rob Feaster. 16 points, 9 boards. Holy Cross by 17 at the half. Bucknell down and out. Roger Breslin feeding Frank Powell for the 3. Crusaders up 26. Time to wave the flag. The Crusade will continue into the NCAA tournament. Crusaders win it 98-73, and they're in the big tourney for the first time.